Hi, welcome to Lesson 21D, the least squares regression line. The goal of today's lesson is to learn how to correct the unpredictability of a line of best fit. So when we were looking at scatter plots and the line of best fit in a previous lesson, you noticed that the idea was to kind of look at the scatter plot and you're kind of eyeballing to see where the ruler should go so that your line of best fit would go through the center of the cluster of points to sort of approximate the general trend of the data. Now, that's all fine and good, except for the fact that everybody's line of best fit may be slightly different. So when you have a scatter plot and you're using raw data, very rarely will it all line up perfectly. So that means that everybody would have to kind of take a bit of an estimate as to where their line would fall. So what we do then is we would use graphing technology. So we'd use our TI-84 calculators, and we would find the linear regression by using the method called least squares. So basically what happens is when you have a bunch of points and you've got a line that approximates the trend of the cluster of points, the data, the vertical distance is measured from each point to the line. And then that distance is squared, so we're going to end up having squares. I'm just going to roughly approximate where the squares would be. So we're going to have some squares in here. And then what the calculator does, it kind of fidgets and fiddles with this line such that all of these squares are as small as possible. And so the area of each of these squares is as small as possible, or the total becomes as small as possible, so that the line fits through as accurately as possible. So we don't really have to know how this works exactly. There is a demo in the book on page 557. So if you click on the link, the demo link, that'll take you to the demo and you can kind of play around with it yourself. But it's just a demo to show you how it works. We don't really need to know this. All we need to know is using the technology how to get the linear regression for a line of best fit. So we will use that the technology in the lesson tomorrow, or in the when we look at the examples, and that's basically it. But this is the long and the short of how that works. So there are a couple things you could do though. Example 4 on page 557. Please take a look at that. And once you see that and watch and listen to the self-tutor explain it, you could take a quick look at page 558, numbers 1 to 4. Those would be your practice questions, but those can be done in class tomorrow, so don't worry about doing those tonight. You can ask some questions tomorrow in class and then work on the practice. So after you finish watching this video, please watch video for 21E.